Hi guys, today I thought I would try something new and I had a play with one of these springy curl formers. Now I do have another video on different ways of curl training, so if you guys wanted to go check that out first, I will post the link down in the description box. But let's get started. Okay, so these are the curl formers that I've got. It comes in a very fetching plastic zippy bag. They were about £2 I think off Wish. I think they might have actually been free and you only had to pay the postage. So I have tried to play with them when I first got them, but where my hair is so long, you can see it's down to my waist when it's wet. That's not exactly going to cover it. So what I'm going to do today is just do it on the top section of my hair. Now I don't know why, I'm going to assume it's sort of the more environmental damage, but the top layer of my hair never curls as well as the underneath. So as you can see, my hair is wet and detangled. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure that my hair has got enough hold, I'm just going to use a little bit of the Red Eco Style Argan Oil Gel. And I do have a video going into more detail on why I love this gel so much. And I'll post the link in the description box and at the end of the video so you guys can go watch it. Now it is very thick. So what I like to do is just emulsify it with a little bit of water. This spray bottle was just £10 and a few pence off Amazon. And I'll post a link down in the description box as well if you guys wanted to go and check that out. So I'm just going to use the praying hands method, which is what this is called when I'm just smoothing my hands over my hair, just to give my hair a little bit of extra hold. I'm on about day 4 hair, I think. So I've got quite a lot of product in my hair already from the wash day and the refreshers. So I don't really want to use too much because it's going to get quite sort of built up. So what I'm going to do is just take the top layers of my hair. This is what I'm going to attempt to use the curl formers on. So I'm just going to twist it round nice and tightly, make sure it's completely out the way, and then I'm just going to use my trusty claw clip to clip it in place. Next, I'm just going to give my hair a little spray just to make sure it's wet, because the ends of my hair are quite dry, so they do tend to drink up water quite quickly. And I'm going to use my Denman D3 brush. I do have a video explaining how to use this in a bit more detail. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush style sort of quite roughly, just because I'm lazy. I'm going to brush style the bottom layers of my hair. And the way I do that, as you can see, that was very quick, sorry. I'll do the next one a bit slower. So take the section of hair, make sure it's nice and detangled, because the D3 brush I found at the beginning is very unforgiving, and if your hair has the slightest snag, it will catch. I flip it upside down just because I find it easier to hold this way, and then I slowly glide it down the hair, twisting it as I go. Then I catch it and then just quickly finger coil it. And you can see it gives quite a nice, juicy, defined ringlet. So I'm going to do that for the rest of my hair. Okay, so I have brush styled the bottom layers of my hair. You can see it's just given me some nice defined loose curls. So now comes the fun part. So I'm going to take down the top layers of my hair and I'm going to tie up very loosely, because obviously I don't want to like squash the curls I've already formed. Loosely just take the bottom part of my hair and just sort of tie it round here, just looping it round I think once or twice. So then I just have the sort of top layers to work with. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is wing it, basically. So we've got here sort of slightly longer ones and slightly shorter ones. So as you can see, I do have various sort of length layers in my hair. So I think I'm going to section my hair into the sort of longer and shorter layers. Obviously use the bigger ones on the longer layers, smaller ones on the shorter layers. So I just need to work out how many I need. So let's start by just taking the very top layers, which is sort of the crown of my head, and just getting that clipped out the way using my good old claw clip. So now that leaves these sort of mid-lengths. So how thick? So they're about, if I stretch it out, they're about, I'd say maybe an inch thick. So let's put the sections that big. I'm going to just first of all make sure that the lengths of my hair stay out the way. Right, so I'm going to split it into, let's do 4 for now. Let's do 6. So that gives me 3 each side. Now I'm just going to again make sure my hair's nice and detangled and split it into 3 equal-ish sections. Now let's start with this one at the back. So we have this little sort of wand thing, and it just clips in like that. Now I have watched, believe it or not, I have watched tutorials on how to use these, but the one time I tried it, it just didn't work. So this is going to be fun. This might be a fail video, who knows. So there's my section. You just sort of hook it into your hair, slide the curl former up. I'm going to have to do smaller sections, so what I'll do, I did say this could be a fail video, let's get these layers out the way and just focus on the very top. Let's quickly brush style these bits as well, just because I don't want the underneath to be all ringlety and then the top to be all ringlety and the middle to be a sort of mess. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, that they'll actually work. So again, you can hear it might be snagging slightly. Let's just give it very quick, very rough brush style. Little scrunch. I do love a good scrunch. I know the logic is you don't need to scrunch your hair if it's got texture to it because it should just curl, but I love a good scrunch. So where I'm left-handed, this side never works quite as well with the brush styling, so I just sort of give it an extra few twirls with my finger. Look at that beauty. And last bit, as I said, I'm only sort of quickly brush styling it because if I'm 100% honest, I'm not expecting this to work. So, and again, it keeps snagging. So, just twirl it and then give it a nice finger coil. There we go. So now I'm not going to tie it up this time, just because I could feel it was starting to sort of squash the hair. So I'm just going to have to hope for the best. Wing it. Right, so this now is a lot smaller, the top layers that I've got. So I'm going to start at the back. Sections are going to be quite a bit smaller. So who knows what's going to happen when I've used all the long ones. So here's one I prepared earlier. I feel like I'm making this a lot harder than it needs to be. I've got it the right way around. So you just hook it into your hair. Unless you're supposed to do it where you see it and then slide it up. Let's try that. So it's in, slide. There we go. Let's try this. Woo! Wow. So look, you can see there, even with the longer curl formers, there's still a little bit poking out. But there we go. The first one is in. Now I've just got to try and do it with the rest of the hair. Right, here's another back section. Because if you're anything like me, you sort of need to spend more time on the back of your hair because that's the side that never works. So I'm going to load up my next lot. Where I have the sort of, how did I do? Where I have the sort of modified unicorn cut, I do find the back layers are slightly longer. So I'm going to start at the back of my hair using the longer layers, using the longer formers, sorry, and then gradually get shorter as I go to the front. That seems like a sound plan, whether it is or not. So here's another smallish section. Make sure it's all nice and smoothed out. Hook it in, up to the top, and then I'm sort of pinching the top of it so it goes wide. Oh, that one was a bit snaggy, but there we go. Brilliant. Who knows what it's going to look like, honestly. To be honest, I'm mainly sort of focusing as long as this very top bit has some sort of layers to it and some sort of curls and some sort of shape, because as I said earlier, the top part of my hair never really works as well, and I think it's probably sort of the environmental damage. So put it through the bottom. I'm assuming this is how you do it. It seems to work. Please correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. There's another section. Getting the hang of it now, she says, probably about to fluff it all up. And then squeeze in the end to make it wide, pull it through, and it pings up. This is all very exciting. If this works, I might have something new to try when I next go out, when that may be. Who knows? Right, it would help if I loaded up the next one before I got my sections ready. I mean, I have absolutely no clue what it's going to look like. I could have these beautiful bouncy ringlets. I could look like Hagrid. Who knows? But either way, this is actually quite fun. So start at the end and then slide up. Now, I'm trying to sort of focus as close to the root as possible, because where my hair's on the wavier side, oh, this one snagged a bit. Come on, hair. There we go. Oh, that was a bit brutal. Sorry, hair. Yeah, when my hair's on the wavier side, it's sort of 2C, 3A, so it does have some nice ringlets in, but also the waves sort of start slightly lower down my head. So I'm always looking for ways to get the curl as close to the root as possible. Gives me more volume. It just makes me feel a bit prettier, really. Right, is that all in? No. Now, where my hair's starting to dry slightly, I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and detangled. So, put it down where I can see it. Put it up to the root. Pray to the hair gods that you're not going to end up ripping out half your hair. There we go. That one worked. So now I'm getting to sort of the front of my hair. I've got one sort of long bit here, and I have one long curl former left. So we'll use that, and then we're going to have to start using the short ones. I bought these 2 years ago, I think. I've seen really good things about them, but I did not expect them to be this short, and I can't find the really long ones anywhere that don't cost a fortune. You know, my whole thing is on a budget. Wow, that is going to be interesting, Come on. Right, so let's just do a few more. This is so fun. That's probably about 2 sections I've got there. So look at the size of these. Ah. So there. Again, I'm doing it as close to the root as I can because that's where I need the help. The ends I can sort of live with. They tend to curl a bit better anyway. Yeah, I think that, oh, should that be 2? Yeah, I've got plenty. So let's do this into 2 sections. And these are probably going to end up sticking straight up at my head, which has happened. First time I ever used a diffuser, I sent a picture to my friends and they were like, what have you done? You look like a cave woman. Because I was following all these tutorials, but my hair wasn't as long as it is now. So it did not work. So I'm sort of half expecting that to happen on this video. Who knows? We all love a good fail video, don't we? Right. Making sure my parting's in the centre. We don't want a side part. They make you look old, apparently. Wow. That one's going to be an interesting one when that one dries. So now let's do this into 2. And then what I'm going to do, when this one gets on, is I'm going to diffuse my hair with the curl formers in and then wait maybe an hour or 2 until my hair has cooled down. And then I'm going to film myself removing them. I was going to sort of do a whole big reveal, but let's be honest, the amount of success I'm having with putting them in, removing them should be fun. I think that part of my hair might be too dry. Oh, I do love that spray bottle. If you guys haven't got it, I highly recommend it. It comes out almost like a sort of Febreze bottle. That's a bit longer, so we'll brush style this bit. Go. Look at that. Boing. Why can't all my hair do that? Right, so split that into 2. This one's already loaded. Find the thing. Squeeze the end and then just pull it down. Bang. Got one going like sideways across my face. Right, that one's got one in. The last one. Squeeze the end and then just pull it through, hope for the best. Right, there. I feel very pretty right now. What's gone on here? I've missed a bit apparently. Don't know what bit that is, so we'll just leave that. So this is what it looks like. I've tried to get a few in the back, just because like I said earlier, I always sort of neglect the back because I can't see it. So what I'm going to do now, where the bottom bit is brush styled, I'm probably just going to put a little bit more water in, maybe a tad more gel, and just give it a scrunch. Then I'm going to diffuse it, let it cool, and then I will be back to discuss the results. Wish me luck. Okay, I think my hair is dry. And I have watched a video in preparation for this moment, so I don't make too much of a fool of myself on how to take these out. It's the moment of truth. So you sort of pull it straight, squeeze. Let's try doing it this way. So it's untwisted. There we go. Straight away it's coming out. Boing. Oh, look at that. That's cute. So let's try this. So you have to untwist it first. Then gently pull it out. Yeah, that one didn't work as well. That one's still cute though. So the next furthest one back. Again, untwist it. Oh! Yep, and it's this one. It's not the most comfortable feeling taking them out, it's got to be said. But, touch wood. Let's do this one next. It's alright. What will be interesting is these ones around the front. It's just how much of a poodle I look. So that's that one. Especially where it's here. I don't know what's happened there. It's quite satisfying watching them sort of boing back up though, it's got to be said. There we go, that one's just a slightly sort of looser curl there. Here we go, it's the last four, this is the fun part. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Boing. Oh, I do love a springy curl. Right, this is the bit where it went a bit iffy. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just give it a really good fluff. Make sure that there's no cast left in my hair, which is that hard, crunchy shell, for those of you that didn't know. Do you know what? For a first attempt, I'm actually quite impressed with that. I've got to admit, I was really envisioning looking like a poodle, looking like I've been electrocuted, but it's all right. I think with a bit of practice, I think it's actually got the potential to look quite good. So I think what I would do next time, I would definitely take more care over my sectioning, because I was trying to do it quickly because I could feel my hair starting to dry. I was having to constantly go back and spray it. So that's the first thing I would do differently. I'd probably pay a little bit more attention on sort of where I'm placing them, just to give me a slightly more uniform result. But having said that, I do quite like having the sort of crazy hair, so I like not looking quite so sort of polished and perfect. So I came into this video expecting a complete fail, and I've got to be said, I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with how this has turned out, and I am definitely going to give those curl formers another go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my results in the comments. Let me know if you've tried these curl formers or if you've tried a different type, because I know you can get the sort of flexi rods, I think they're called. I'm tempted to invest in some of them and give them a go. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more content, and I will see you soon. Bye bye! I will post the link down in the description box. So I'll post the link for that down in the description box. But if you would just... I always film this bit last, and in the last take I was like, oh, I haven't done any bloopers yet. More for me. Just check the mic's plugged in. Yes, always a bonus. So what I'm going to do today... Oh, I scratched my nose. Where's my claw clip gone? Oh yeah. Wow, that's what I do differently. I don't think I did many bloopers for that. Check me out.